I got myself alone at night. Do I have to remind ya? There's one way to feel alright. Falling over, stumbling, but I can't help myself. Now that I've let you know, can you feel the rush moving through your body? I just want you to...
Morning everyone, welcome back to one of Adam's Carpy's adventures. Currently down on the Linear Fisheries Complex again. I know, but I am. I've got down here this morning and it's extremely busy. The whole complex is rammed. I've managed to find a few fish on the Smith side of Hardwick and Smiths. So yeah, I'm hoping we can put a few fish on the bank. Weather's lovely and sunny, pressure's through the roof, but we'll do our best to try and put a fish on the bank to show you guys. I'll show you the swim in a bit, show you where I'm fishing, and hopefully we can put a few fish on. So stay tuned, I'll speak to you in a bit. Alright guys, well I'm finally set up. It's been hard work, it's been so bloody warm today, but I've managed to get everything done. It's taken a little bit longer than planned, but I wanted to make sure that the spots I'm fishing at are bang on. I found a plateau which is only 12 wraps out. Don't need to fish far on the Smith side at all, you know, quite close range work. It's 11.5 to 12 foot deep, dropping down to sort of 18 foot. And I put a solid bag and a little Ronnie rig on the low line weed that's on top of it. And then I've seen a couple of fish washed close in to my right hand margin. So I'll put a solid bag on that. And hopefully we can snare one of these lovely scaly carp in here. Right guys, I thought I'd just show you the spod mix that I'm using for this session down on the Smith side of Linear Fisheries. It's not complicated. I think spod mixes can be overcomplicated, especially this time of year. Just keep it simple. What I'm going to show you is what I'm using. You can put that into your own fishing hopefully and take a few little tips from it. But what I'm using is I'm using some mainline response pellets. These are the essential cell ones. And they're very, very small, but they're just enough to add a little bit of attraction into the water. Again, I'm only putting a small amount of those in, and then I'm using some essential cell 10mm boilies. And again, with these little beauties, I'm not putting loads in, I'm just putting a few handfuls into my spod mix, crumbing a few down as well, but not big food items, which I think you can probably see from the theme that's going on here today. And then the creme de la creme is this stuff here, which you can probably see in me knackered old bag. But it is some cell boilie, and I've just blended it down at home. And you can probably see, if I get a little bit out and show you, there's hardly any food particle in that. And there's two reasons for it. There's a few little bigger bits which will get to the bottom, and there's a lot of crumb. And why I've done that is I want it to sort of, you know, solid my spod mix up so it gets to the bottom, but also I can use it in my zigs, so I can add some water to it, or some condensed milk, or some stick mix liquid, and that'll create a cloud effect on the surface when I'm fishing zigs. So I'll get two benefits out of it, so it's definitely worth considering. And then I'm using the two liquids. One's the Essential Cell Stick Mix liquid, and the other is the Essential Cell Smart liquid. And I'm just adding these to my spod mix just to give it a bit of extra attraction, and these do really work, so give them a try guys. A typical Blue Peter style. Here's a spod mix that I made up earlier, and you can probably see the only addition that's in there that I haven't put on display with you is some corn, and I've just put a tin of corn in there, but there is literally 6 to 10 spoms worth of, but that's what I'm doing, and hopefully it'll snare us a fish, so keep you posted. Right, just a little update for you really. We're getting to the sort of later part of the day now. I had no activity at all, even though I've seen fish showing over the spot. I've just had a little knock on the right hand rod down the margin to the right here, and I've been getting that for the last 5 minutes, and I think it's just fish coming through. So there's obviously fish starting to come back into this section of water. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the middle rod now and refresh that with a new solid bag. I've seen 2 fish in the last 5 minutes bosh right over the top of the spot. So I'm going to leave the left hand rod exactly where it is on that spot, and I'm going to bring the middle rod in and refresh with a new bag. See if we can you know, get a fish to sort of take. Sometimes just bringing it in after a couple of hours and refreshing it, it's the difference between catching and not. So we'll give it a go.
How have you caught a pike?
How do you catch a pike 2 foot under the surface? I just don't know. First for everything. Okay, so we're fishing in depths of up to like 22 foot at the moment. So what I've done is I've tied up an adjustable sig. I've got a 4 foot trace. And instead of using a piece of foam nugget, I'm using just some PVA tape and just hooking the hook inside there. I find it's a lot better and guaranteed that it's going to get out onto the spot. And just a little tip, if it ever gets tangled, just give that a little tweak, pull that like so, and that will go out just like that. It'll never get tangled, and we'll put it out in the pond. So the float's up now, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn the spool until the float goes under, and all I'm left with is the zig on the surface. And once that just dips under the surface, put the binoculars down and just pull 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. If you want, you can go down 5 foot, 6 foot, as many feet as you want, or do it in halves. But go to the desired depth that you want to be at. So the key is to make sure that with your binoculars, you see the float, wait for the float to go down, then wait for your zig. You should be able to see it through the binoculars, come in across the surface, and then it will just disappear. And that's the point then that you can start working your depths. Morning everyone, it's 6:30 in the morning. I've been up since 4:30 listening to fish crash over the far side. There's a couple of pegs free over there now, so I've been packing away this morning. I'm absolutely knackered. It's been a real quiet 36 hours so far. I've got 12 hours left to make it happen. So we're going to go over the other side, see if we can get on a few fish, try and catch something other than a pike and a tench. I'll keep you posted. Open up a fish to show you later. Hey mate, we'll see what our prize is. 29. Oh, it's wavering between 29.14 and £30.2. Don't kid yourself. If it's wavering at £30.2, always go for the lowest weight. I'm going to do it again just to double check.
Yeah, I'll give you £30 dead.
Yeah? Would you agree? £30 dead?
30, yeah, £30 dead, yeah.
Yep. Get your fingers underneath the pectoral fins. I think she wants to go. Yeah, so I've been moved swims this morning, which absolutely killed me. But it's paid off. I've had that 30 at 9:30 this morning. I'm still getting liners now. And then I've put this one down in the margin. Only probably 4 wraps. Double fake corn on a Ronnie rig, nothing special. and it's produced this lovely 23. They start flapping in your hands, just try and roll them back into your arms, just like so. Just let them get it out of the system, and then when they're ready, they'll tell you. Quick update on the swim that I'm in. I've moved from the opposite side, which is just over there, and I've come over here. This one I'm fishing 10 wraps on a plateau with 18 foot one side, 14 on the plateau, 22 the other side. And I've had a fish off that this morning, and I've just had a take down to my left in the margin, double fake corn. So yeah, it's all looking quite good. An effort equals reward, and hopefully we can have another fish to show you later. All right, speak to you later. Morning guys, hope you're all okay. It's been an eventful night really. I've hardly had any sleep, not because I've been catching fish, but because they've been keeping me awake. They've been over the spot all night, been getting loads and loads of liners, and then literally on first light this morning, my left hand rod in the margin on a little Ronnie rig with 2 pieces of fake corn has absolutely ripped off. And I've got a nice little fish to show you. Just gone 21 pound, so made up, that's 3 fish in less than 24 hours having moved after having 36 hours of no joy at all, and they're still showing out there now. So we'll show you this and then we'll get the rods back in the pond. Now some fish are beautiful and others are just God's children, and that's what this little beauty is. They call him Mr. Humpy. She wants to go. Hi everyone, well it's the final update. On my way back now to go home, go and have a shower, have some decent food. Yeah, it's been a tale of two halves, hasn't it really? 36 hours in the wrong spot, unable to get on the fish. Saw the opportunity, took it, moved round, and within 24 hours I've had 3 nice fish, 2 20s and a 30. Just goes to show, doesn't it, that 5 minutes in the right spot or in the right place where the fish are is better than sitting there watching them and not doing anything about it. So if you take anything from this vlog, make sure that you act on what you see. Don't just sit there and camp. Come down to enjoy yourself, but it makes it so much better when you've got a fish on the bank. Anyway, if you like this channel, please subscribe, click the thumbs up button and leave your comments down below. I'm keen to see what you guys have got to say, any positives or negatives going forward, and hopefully I'll see you on the bank soon.